On everything. Looking to see if you have these locks. I actually
I didn't know where airdrop is. Are there any other things?
My favorite one.
It's amazing. Cute. I think it switches to. I may have flipped the phone up a little bit. I was thinking, that's fine. That's fine. I see it's
So.
It's
sure resist.
So
So this shit. I got it. Yeah. Yeah. It's late work. Well, right.
I'm sure you guys have much of it. So, over here. You almost got him. Reason to watch man cat. And I'm telling you that Jerry will talk. And we go, we have a switch.
I was going to say, you was on a picture of it.
The heights still. I think I matching. Still step up. Like it's definitely like we'll get back. Lucky that Lord you. No. Lucky dude. I'm gonna find mine. That's probably one.
So, you know, for somebody to me to that's like, you're almost like ego.
Thankful.
Here you go. So,
No, the world knows this stuff.
you find it happening. Yeah, must be something. You find out it's good.
This is apples. Sucks. Look at this one.
Player.
Still trying to figure out. Makes
Oh, you guys were on TV.
It's basically just read.
Oh, it's you getting Saber's autograph. She's so like
Series. It's a week for 3 weeks.
she's so on TV. He's mad so much. You don't sound like coming on. Oh, she does. At least you can be like, everyone knows too. Everyone because all of us is fire. It's so funny. Her birthday trip. She kept disappearing. Oh, she's like, we was on stage.
Yes.
I said, you're thinking about some guy, wait, maybe it's this guy, discuss this guy, just make something. No, you want to bring it up. He's on TV. I don't like.
He like hates the tiger up because he's a man.
Plus, I should show anyways, the regions of those bars between they're technically also required to be back to know what we are. Then he's sometimes and he's very he was fertility and I had such life on her and that's all. Somehow that's so happy. It's like just never has to be on this night. That's probably He's like it's like it's awesome.
Or it's in it.
I'm sure.
Stay on. And then it's just
It's a great movie.
He's pouring out. He was frustrating there. That's so the chief no. But we do the student is fun. No one doesn't think this is any.
Oh, I can't Yeah, no, I got. Oh, it's super.
Yeah.
So. See that? Go back a little bit. It's so you sound.
Because you hear me too, it's always so good.
Yeah. As he's comes down the dark side, he gets to sell the switches. You said you guys made this sell that, but trying to get this half. See here about that question. They said you're like, but what
Fancy terms, like I was going to she was like, and I was actually.
Got a few guesses. Yeah.
This is just like. It's so. So I'm saying. Check out my muffin. That's what's not has. It's amazing.
you know right now? Yeah, more salad and so I'm like, you have like, do not disturb 7 small minutes. Oh, there's your love. But they're pretty good. There you are. Johnny is right there.
We thank the fans that were great tonight. While it was over there, lined up here last night when we went to the hotel, they were lined up with barbecue. They were priming, ready to go by the time those gates opened. So I appreciate all their support. Other guys played again. Great second half. First half, lacked a little bit. Second half came around and both sides of the ball had special teams and did a nice job there. So a lot of individual accolades and people out to the guys. They played as a team in the second half. First half, just a little shaky. Take care of business. Give us that time.
Coach, how much pressure does it take off your offense when things aren't maybe going great, when the defense continues to do what they do?
Yeah, it's a great thing. They compliment each other, which is it's a positive. I mean, first of all, we need them to stuff. They stay positive. That's what I appreciate. Even when it's kind of up and down, they stay positive. We create energy with that. We'll come around and make some plays both sides of the ball.
What pressure you most tonight about the defense? I mean, they were giving up a lot of yards, but they seemed to come through when they needed to on the 4th downs in the first half, and then second half really put it together.
The first half was weird. There wasn't a lot of punting going on either side, and we were playing something slow. That normally doesn't go on. But those 4th downs, but they do that. They're more aggressive teams, so they go 4th down. They won tonight, so we're able to stop them a couple times. I think that was positive.
Travis was giving them time all the time. Was that
Yeah, always confident at the end. There's some great tight ends here. So I'll forget him to I do what he's done over the so long time. He's still, as you guys know, you come out to practice, just see what it is. He's got leadership. He's not the youngest guy. So he just knows the goals.
How do you feel like Rasheed's approach that tonight?
Very good. You get rid of that ordeal at the end. You know, he loves to play. He's super competitive. And I love the way he goes about it. He just puts his tail off, and then he's so physical out. Because I guess he's running back as a wide receiver.
And back to Travis real quick. He obviously had that second time he said it kind of tip ball, it goes for an interception. But he responded, really well, obviously. Does that surprise you at all that he was, that he had the toughness to kind of stick it out and make a big impact?
Yeah, it does. Those things happen. Great thing we can do is hang head on it. Matt himself. Most of those things. So then I get another catch. So another catch. You race that. He has some big ones in it.
Did you go to him on purpose on that third down? Did you drop the play the very next third down to him? Because the next third down, he got it for the conversion.
Yeah, so Matt was happy. I think the night job getting back the ball was good for that. The quarterback was wanting to go back to the hill too, so that quarterback was shy away from it.
And the first half you mentioned was weird. Get out at 7-7. When you come out and Washington get shut out, you put up 3 long scoring drives, put the game out of reach. What does it say about the team as a whole to be able to just kind of extend the lead quickly after a year last year where really that didn't happen for you? I mean, usually a great tight game. This is now the 5th double-digit one. I believe good about it.
Yeah, so it's tough to score points in this game. So maybe that you get your cliche, right when it has your body. You're going to need that. I think it's going to be playing this league. There's so much parity. You got to fight through something there, highs and lows. Even with the good ones, there's so much. It's not supposed that's what I was saying. I appreciate the effort. It's a positive.
Do you guys see any adjustments at halftime coming out when offense or defense? We felt like maybe had to change something at the break, or was it just about cleaning up some mistakes, making things better?
Yeah, so we always talk and go through what we'd like to do. We have our adjustments we made sure.
Coach Reid, you mentioned the first half was weird. Do you remember any games that you've been a part of where the first 5 drives all ended in a turnover?
No, I can't go.
You guys have had like that for a long time. It's supposed to be that.
Yeah, I had to be. That's been fun. I'm sure. Those turnovers when they were driving the field becomes. He made it look easy. It's not easy. We got a little, yeah.
Real quick, Jalen Moore had a little bit of a sluggish start, but he got bull rushed a couple times into Patrick's lap, but really ironed some things out. Was there anything to that? Any conversation you guys had?
Yeah, Dan's what they did. Defensive front, they tapped so nice job there, coaching it up. And so, and I think he came in and probably a little cautious, but just tuned it up. So, but then you got to give them credit because you got the fun.
Last one time.
And the running game continues to look like it's improving with both your running backs, 3 running backs, and Patrick too. What's working well for you guys there?
Yeah, well, starts in front and pop is hitting into Kareem, he has an opportunity to come in there, and well, he goes. Big jump starts, so we can need a whole lot of carries to get this going. Yeah, we're down to 24 into the mix, trying to get him just a few plays. James, and he responded to that. I should get one taken away from pretty good thought pass. I should have told you that the English stops one of those. First knee, we can hold likewise. So we see how they do.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah,
Oh, that's been this year. I know my father. I know. Yeah, you can stay. I'll come back down.
Okay, great, thanks. You can second. Got that out.
First,
Deal. Have fun. I'll see. Yeah, sounds good. You can- They're saying- I think we bought a custom to it.
I'll see you. I'll see you. See you back in Dallas. Yeah.
my laptop's not. I didn't take a picture of it.
Need my boots. Is that because tired after the first 2 games back?
A little bit. Kind of going off for everybody else's energy right now. So, full energy cycle in that locker room is crazy. You should be there.
I think take us through your touchdown.
Yeah. I had an option route. Kind of running an option route for the linebacker. I seen that Pat kind of had pressure in the pocket, so I just trying to speed up the option route and ran a shallow cross. We were comfortable running shallow crosses. So I just kind of try to get in his eyesight so they can get me the ball or somebody the ball as soon as possible.
He wasn't looking at you initially, but he sitting there. There's probably no way you can gather his attention, right? So you're sitting there thinking that you had a delay in that.
I mean, honestly, that's real unpredictable. Pretty sure everybody can see that like playing. So I was just kind of running as fast as I could to get in front of his eyesight. He was running to the sideline. I probably would have ran to the sideline with him. So as long as I was, vertical to him, then as long as he could see me, I was, had my hands ready for the ball.
What was it in the air touchdown under of a Wildcat? But
Didn't do that.
in your touchdown where you reached over like it was scoring.
Yeah. I mean, it was a big play. Pretty cool to be in the backfield playing quarterback. Feeling like Xavier running back. It's an option play that we have. We're reading the DN. The DN would have played me. I would get the ball to X. And once the ball's in their hands, we're just being playmakers. Follow my blockers, and gave all the effort that I could to reach out for the touchdown. It turned out not to be a touchdown, but next play, Rain ran the ball in, so we were successful offense that drive.
Share a backstory to that play at all? Like how it came together in practice or how it was first pitched?
Honestly, I don't. There might be a backstory, but Coach Reid and Coach stole my arms. The backstory probably looked like so long. I got asked about the backstory. It's something behind.
When you're in practice, I mean, how many times you guys get to run that in a week to be ready for it?
I would say max maybe about 2 to 3 times. We always run it multiple times so that if my shoe was untied, someone else can come in and out and run it.
She wants like to be a part of this team in this offense right now.
Something's unexplainable. It's really fun, obviously. It's even more fun to see each week how we progress and how each week someone else is getting involved and making big plays and touchdowns in offense.
Have you guys frustrated at at all? You guys had put a lot of points on the board in the first half. So what was the feeling like?
Not necessarily frustrated. Just trying to focus on paying attention to the small details that got us exactly where we were last week. So we trying to dial in and focus on ourselves a lot more and come out with energy. And that's what we did for the second half.
How many penalties? You're trying to throw them. Look like you're saying you're trying to throw the ball to the ref.
Yeah. I was trying to throw the ball to the ref, put his hands out for the ball. But it's okay. I mean, we won the game. Next play. That's all we can do.
Rasheed, you keep saying you're having a lot of fun. You miss obviously the first couple games of the season, a few games of the season. You get right back into it. 19 targets, 9 catches. How much more fun are you having now? Be actually a big part of this offense moving forward.
I'm having more and more fun each game. I'm probably having more fun in practice throughout the week just because I know what our preparation is like and how much we're going to be prepared for whatever game or whatever opponent's in front of us on game day.
Last two.
I'm curious, in the second half, you guys, first two drives, all touchdowns, all 75-plus-yard drives. What does it feel like as you said to get on that roll offensively? What does it say about the offense? You guys can just kind of blow the game out as quickly as you did there in the third and fourth.
Yeah, it said a lot about us specifically. We know personally that we just really need to focus on us in order to come out and execute. We can't necessarily come out and have the same energy or match the energy as another team because we're preparing to win and they're preparing for us.
We're seeing lots been made about your return, but I wonder what you're seeing in Travis's game and what he did tonight and how that's coming along for him.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot of spark out of Trav. I constantly see spark out of Trav though. It's never really gone. He's a very patient player, and that's how he plays his whole offensive game. And I'll be learning that from him constantly. First half was slow, and me and him had to talk as soon as we came out before the second half started. And I mean, he didn't really have to say too much, but it's just for Chad to come to me and just kind of tell me I just need to get going. Even though I kind of felt like I was going, it still meant a lot for me.
And when a player, it's probably happened to you, you have the early play go bad with the deflection. How hard is that to get back into the game, and how did you see him do that?
Personally, I don't think it's hard at all. We got a great quarterback and a great O-line. We got a great full team, coaching staff, and all. So, like I said, we just focusing on ourselves. We don't really focus on the pass play because it's always the next play or the next man up.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Patrick, first time that you had to shooting, obviously, it didn't look like a coach. He said he had an option, obviously.
Yeah, no, the first read was to Trav, on a little out and up, and he got collisions, on the route, which I thought he probably would have won that collision. But we had talked about all week. I told him just be patient. I was like, be patient. I'll be looking my way, but I think you're going to be open. So just be in the spot. He was the perfect spot at the right time. And did a push up in the pocket and make throws to him, and he got in the end zone.
Patrick, that's pretty important for you to get that touchdown goal to Travis. Can you describe the meaning of that?
Yeah, I mean, I said it on the broadcast. I mean, he's just like the true Chiefs chief. I mean, he is the guy that's been here through the whole thing, been with Coach Reid the entire time, and he helped set the culture. You know, he helped set the culture of what it means and to play for Coach Reid and play in Kansas City. And I was able to come in and have that guy to rely on. And so he's breaking all the records now. And, I mean, he's all about the team, so I want to make sure he gets that. And hopefully, we get another football for him later in the season when he actually breaks the record.
And what's it like in that moment when he has the deflection early? I mean, is that even something you talk to him about? You know him so well by now. I mean, how does that?
I mean, that stuff happens. Just like I threw an interception earlier in the game. You got to move on from mistakes. And they ran big plays that first half. But luckily for us, our defense stepped up, and it's a full team. I mean, the defense steps up, and we're struggling. We're able to go out there and put up points in that second half. That speaks to the grit that we have as a football team.
How responding to how were you guys able to score 21 extra points that come out of halftime?
Yeah, when we got in the locker room, we talked about executing. You know, like sometimes you want to press and make stuff happen, especially on a big game like Monday Night Football. And we weren't doing that. They had more energy than we did. Their defense versus our offense, and so we had to match their energy and execute at a higher level. And we were able to do that in the second half and start off that first drive, and then we kind of continue that momentum for the rest of the second half.
You mentioned the defense team. So it's kind of like both sides are playing well. I guess what is it to have such a team that are those separate games around you?
Yeah, I think it shows the growth that we've had as a team. You know, offense, defense, and special teams. I think we're getting better and better each and every week. And even though we didn't start the way we wanted to today offensively, it showed that we can battle the adversity and still continue to play at the level that we want to play. And we'll have to continue to get better and better. It's be a great challenge this next week. We'll have to start faster, but I was proud of how the guys responded in the second half.
Still scoreless. You have guys at fourth and goal. They're looking for coming out field. These taking through that sequence.
Well, they let me know in the helmet that we had 2 plays for it, and so that's the communication that we have. And so Coach Reid, he believes in us to make those big plays and big moments. And then I think another thing that gets lost is if you believe our defense is going to stop if it doesn't happen. So I mean, you got to have a belief in everybody, not just us offensively. And we were able to not that we didn't make it the first time, but we ran a play. They covered it well. And Green did a great job getting himself open there at the end.
Patrick, is it comforting for you? I know you talked about how much Travis sets the culture, but you're someone who knows to be creative and obviously break the play when it needs to be broken. Is it comforting to have someone like Kareem? That's obviously not his route for the touchdown, and it looks like Travis improvised his route on the touchdown as well. Is it comforting to know that guys are sort of helping you feed into your play style?
Yeah, I think just we built this chemistry earlier. I mean, obviously those two guys I play with a lot, but even with the receivers and with Noah and all these guys, is that we've been together for a little while now. You know, we've kind of been where we're kind of going in and out of guys and skilled players and stuff like that. But we have guys that have been here for a year, 2 years, 3 years, whatever it is now. And so they have a good feel of kind of finding those open places. I think early in the game there was a couple opportunities I didn't hit, and so the guys continue to work with me. In that second half, I mean, we had a lot of big plays happening on kind of secondary type plays.
What does it say about the way the team's playing? You fifth win, all of which have been by double digits or more. Last year, a lot of wins, great record. This game's much closer. Does it feel like, as you kind of said earlier, it's starting to come together in all three phases in a way maybe last year it didn't quite, even though you were winning games?
Yeah, I know the record's not good, but it's a lot more fun just everybody kind of going out there and making stuff happen. But I think we're getting better and better. You know, we lost some tough games early that we had won in previous years, but it's not like anyone hung their head. They just continue to get better and better. And that's all we have to do is push forward. And whenever the offense, the defense, and the special teams are rolling, it's fun to play football. And it's been fun to be here at Arrowhead doing it. And now we'll get to take it on the road and see if we can do it again. We'll go up there with Matt. Go ahead.
Patrick, on the long 94-yard drive, you have not only a long field, but 25-yard penalties. How do you, as an offense, kind of sustain that? Because it's easy, I know, obviously, if you get throws behind the ball, time to change it, you can die out of the drop.
Yeah, I mean, that's just like anything else. You got to pick each other up. And, I mean, you have some penalties here and there, but how do you respond? And I think that's kind of speaks to the entire football game. It's just moving on to that next play. When you make the play happen and something bad happens, let's pick each other up and make the play happen again the next time. And I think it speaks to the mindset this team has. And that's kind of the mindset I had early in my career is that the penalties weren't going to affect us. We were going to go out there and score no matter what. And so I was proud of the guys. Like I said, I'm proud of guys because we've been in these situations early in the season. We haven't responded well. And so it shows that we're kind of battling through now and kind of building that toughness to be able to win games like that.
Patrick, you know, when the Rasheed touchdown, obviously that Travis Max protecting plays, second, it seemed like you had a lot of first week plays, but sparks and plays that you know in the field.
Yeah, I mean, the one that Travis, I probably should have thrown to Xavier and he probably scores. But I didn't. And so it's one of those on film. It's like, I should have thrown if you score a touchdown anyway, so it's okay. If you don't score a touchdown, it's not as okay. So I did a good job getting back to that. He was my third read, and so getting back to him and then him working away from the guy and making a play. I left it a little inside too, and he was able to come back and make a big, strong catch on the football. And so I did a good job of that early in the game. I wasn't doing a good job. I mean, I'm thinking about like the first pass. I had Tonyan over the middle, and I kind of didn't trust it early that ball. And so I've been better at that this year. It's just continuing to get better and better at it.
Patrick, on the drive after Travis had the reception of the interception, I think the first third down you faced, you went 3-by-2, motioned the guy. You had lots of options on that play, but you went right to Travis on the slant. Was that on purpose to get him involved again on third down?
I don't know if it's because of the drop. I mean, that's a very reliable guy in big moments. I mean, he steps up to the occasion. And I think the interception, that ball, and that's kind of the not normal. The normal is in making the play, making a big play in a big moment. And so whenever we hit the matchups, they had a lot of guys focused on Rasheed and some of these other guys. Let's get it to the big 8-7 and let them get the first down and move the chains.
Last two top and body. Go top.
Patrick, can you Rasheed didn't know the back story or anything about his quarterback play. Is there any story to that? He said Coach Reid might have back years, I don't know. But when they run that in practice, what do you think about Rasheed back?
Yeah, I mean, you get 4 and 1 in the backfield. That's tough for defenses. They got to decide they're going to take the speed away with 1 or 4 running up the middle. And he says he can play quarterback, but I'll see him throw. So we're going to rock. I'm stick to running the ball.
After I think a 38 or 37-yard pass to Travis that he was in late. You just go through the design of that with how that's open.
Yeah, I mean, even though we haven't been hitting some of these explosive plays, the defenses are respecting it. And so that was actually a shot play down the field, or I think I was 1 and 5, and they covered him well, and the safety was extremely far deep. And Travis was supposed to block, and he was blocking, and he kind of had to play ball. And so he just released because he saw no one was guarding him, and I threw him the football, and he made a lot of yards, and I happened after the catch. He kind of stumbled. I thought he was my early guy. He kind of stumbled a little bit, but he did a good job of getting a lot of yards after that. Thanks, Patrick.
Thank you.
Okay, good.
Excuse me. Thank you.
Wait, they're not done yet. Oh, you want to stay?